Hi guys, Darren from venomfluidart.
With Bubbles.
Can't forget Bubbles.
Would I ever let you?
No.
No.
No dear.
Definitely not.
Alright, Bubblina. Part 3 of our modifications.
Yes.
What are we going to do? And how are we going to modify it today?
Well, we were thinking, because we've been thinking about this a bit, and how about today we do one that's super easy
Yeah.
for the real beginners out there,
Yeah.
who are just sort of getting into it and not up to mixing or playing with CA yet.
Cool.
So I thought we'll just use normal sort of colours we use.
Yep.
So I've just got a tube paints, some pigments. So all that's still normal what we'd use in our bloom consistency paints.
Yep.
But no CA.
Cool.
And we're going to rock a marble.
Rock a marble?
We're going to rock a marble and have some fun with marbles because this art, to me, should be fun. Should be fun.
That's it.
So get creative, get experimental.
And not everything has to be about cells.
No! Yeah, I mean, God, I will admit, when you get your first cell, you're going to be happy dancing and dancing like no one's watching. But don't make it all about that.
No.
Because you can end up just frustrating the living daylights out of yourself. And that's not all it has to be about. Sometimes it can be about just getting something that looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
Unusual, you know what I mean? So I'm just going to go with some random.
Random's fun.
I'm just going to lay colour like this. Because I actually want to keep a bit of the pillow paint through there for effects.
Okay.
So I'm thinking use the pillow to my advantage.
Why not?
That's why I chose black.
And you don't have to use black. You can use any colour you like.
No, I've only used black because when you rock Inferno by this little piggy, look at that on
pop.
Look at that on black. Like just on itself, it looks amazing, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So that's the only reason I've done that. And like I've used Inferno on a white pillow, but my preference with neons is
On a black.
black because they just demand to be looked at then.
Definitely stands out.
Done it what? Alright. So we'll get some of a little bit of a piggy party here. I've got some mosh coming out now. Because that's another colour I go, just look at it.
It's lovely.
And I'm just going to random do that to it.
Okay.
So as you can see, for a beginner, all you need your little stick here and just lay your colours down. Not that hard, right?
No. Super easy.
Some sections you may want colour thicker. It's your composition. You'll just figure it out as you go, I reckon.
Yeah, just play.
And that's what I'm doing right now because I've actually never ever done a marble laying colour like this. So I just want to see
What happens?
what happens. And that to me is the absolute fun of paint pouring, is the random, the experimenting. Like you look at some of the best creators out there, that's how they've come across things.
Yeah, just playing.
Just having an absolute ball going, what if I do that?
Yeah, exactly.
Alright. I think
So all these colours are actually mixed with untinted house paint.
Yep.
You can actually use untinted house paint for a hell of a lot of different techniques. You can get away with heaps and heaps of different techniques, which we actually have a playlist for on the channel. You can click on that playlist and see some of the techniques you can actually do using untinted house paint.
Yeah.
If you don't want to use it, you can still just use basic tube paint. You can either mix it with either a little bit of Floetrol to thin it down, or you can use a little bit of water to thin it down. Just don't go too heavy-handed with water when you do thin it, because your colours will break up. You can use Elma school glue as a pouring medium if you really wanted to.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, check out Julie E.
Yep.
Julie E does some amazing creations with her Elma's.
Yeah, Elma school glue.
Yeah.
What I'll do is I'll put a link to her channel in the description, and you can actually have a look at Julie E messing around with her stuff with the school glue.
Yeah.
As a pouring medium. So you're not really limited to what you can do.
Yeah, and I mean, people that are limited to getting Floetrol, like, try out Julie's way.
Yeah.
Because she gets some beautiful effects and her work's amazing.
If you're in America, you can use the US Floetrol as a pouring medium as well. I mean, it's not really technically a pouring medium, but you can get away with it. You can do all sorts of cool things. You actually make cell activator with it.
All right. That's my first bit done.
That's looking tricky.
I might just pop a few of them ones because I've got some
Big bubbles.
big butt bubbles there.
Big butt bubbles, no troubles.
All right. So, that's what we're starting with.
That's what you're starting with. Gotcha.
I just dropped the marble. I got it. All right. So, I'm going to pick it up.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Just let the little marble snow plow its way through. How much fun is that?
It is too much fun.
It does take a bit of practice to keep it balanced on the board.
Yeah, it does. There we go. So, now what a picture is, you've got that, right? So we can put it down for a minute. So I got some good trenches there.
You do got some good trenches.
I'm going to give it a spin to even that out. And the good thing is now with my trenches, I can really give it a great spin because I've got no cells to worry about.
That's right, they won't go wonky on you.
I ain't going to wonk nothing out. So, one bit there, still a bit there. Let's give it a really good whee! Alright, I'm going to leave that just for a minute.
Worst case, if you've got a little bit of a trench left, you can always go in with a skewer.
Which I'm about to do.
How tricky is that?
And then you can see even there, I'm not doing anything super fancy, just rolling that skewer. Just like doing S shapes. Getting all our colours to blend and... Alright. We might give it another spin, eh?
Why not? How cool does that look? And no cells. No
Nope.
selectivator, nothing fancy.
Just playing with a marble and a skewer.
That's it.
We've got that one bit that's really... What I might do, just make it move a bit for me.
You can now either dab a little bit of paint on that, just to get it to flow into there, or wiggle it and jiggle it like you are now.
Yep.
Perfect. That's a crazy cool pattern.
And just so simple for people to have a go, do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
build a little bit of confidence, see what you can do with different colours.
exactly.
It's really a good tool just for colour palettes too. Just to see what works together and what doesn't.
And if that had been done on a glazed tile, you could have used it as a paint skin for jewellery and things like that.
Absolutely.
You let it dry and just peel it off.
But fun with that marble.
Cool backgrounds for embellishment projects.
Absolutely.
I've actually done quite a few of those as backgrounds for different embellishment projects. Just because I wanted a really trippy background. That looks awesome.
Thank you.
Wow.
Bit of fun.
Definitely a load of fun.
I had some marble rolling going on. A little bit of skewer work if your marble was a bit heavy
Yeah.
and like to trench on you. That's because I'm using the steel marble. They got some weight in them.
Did you have a spun out pillow on that? Or
Yes, I did. So, there we go though. That is mine.
That's cool. We'll do a flyover of that. There you have a close-up look. But that is super cool. I love that.
So you can sort of see it with a funky butterfly or a crazy fish with big bubble eyes.
Exactly.
And nice and simple to do and a bit of fun. You even get the kids out on the weekend, get them all together with their own marble rolling.
Exactly. Just have a play.
Absolutely, better than them throwing the marbles at each other.
Well, yeah. That's it. All right. We'll press pause and we'll come back for me.
Absolutely. All right, you're ready to roll.
Okay. Playtime. So all I've done is put a white pillow paint down, spun it out. So there's no movement in it. Just spin that. I've got some black pillow paint. Just let that wiggle its way around. Like that. Thanks for coming. Now then, all I'm going to do is add blobs of colour. Don't matter if you mess it, it's all good.
The marble's going through.
The marble's going to run right through it all, so doesn't really matter. Alright, start with that.
I nearly said to you, remember, you're not blooming. I've seen the first puddle.
Yeah, I know.
No CA allowed.
No CA allowed. Alright, so you can add the colours down as if you were going to do a bloom if you want. You can let it dribble and drizzle if you want. Entirely up to you.
the thing. It's all about just practice with the marble.
Yep. All I'm doing is putting little blobs down as if you were going to do a bloom or a radial swipe or something like that. Drizzle a couple of bits and pieces here and there. They don't all have to be on top of each other. You can offset them a bit if you want.
I love that orange.
Add some flicks. Splat, splat, splat. These are great for the kids to play with.
Absolutely.
Because you can really have a bit of fun splatting paint everywhere. And
you know, when grandparents are into paint pouring and they have the grandkids over, have some fun.
yeah, get messy. Preferably in a plastic tub or a big cardboard box or something like that.
Not as messy as Bubbles.
Plastic throw sheets down, so when things can go bad, no big deal.
Absolutely.
I'm just going with a random whole bunch of colours. I think that'll do.
Think that'll do?
I think that will do. Now, we'll grab our little marble. I'm just going to stick it wherever. And then start its journey.
It's the fun bit.
That is, you can just drive it around. Go through the middle of those ones. And come through here, do a flip, bring it round. Through the middle one, out to the outside one. Right, then what you can do is either pop it off the edge or pick it up. Entirely up to you. Doesn't really matter.
I like doing the plop off the side. That's my fun thing.
It is. But if you've got a glass spinner, just be careful because you can break it.
Yeah. Usually I try and catch it.
Alright, so now what I'm going to do is give that a spin like that. I'm going to grab my skewer. Just go. Like that.
That's cool. Lollipopped it.
Then you can go in and spend some time messing around with different things. So what I'll do is I'll spin that out a bit. Just to get the paint moving. Make sure it's well and truly in the middle. And if you want, you can get your skewer out. Just have a bit of fun, put some crazy patterns through it. If you don't like bold bits like that, you can always just drag your skewer through. Make little patterns out of it if you want, like that. Same with here, you can just add little patterns. Here, drag that up in through there. Blob here, we can do the same thing. Drag patterns up into it. The sky's the limit with this stuff. all comes down to your imagination.
Most important, have fun.
Exactly. Just play. See what happens.
It's where you find some of your best effects too, I reckon.
Yeah. I've spent hours and hours just messing around with different ways you run the skewer through and different objects that you'll roll through it or swipe with, and then mess around with the skewer and just have a bit of a play. Just to change things up a little bit. You really can spend a long time just messing with things. If you don't like one thing running one way, you can always change the direction. Make it a different direction. Give it a spin. Okie dokie. Fun. Real super easy to do.
No CA.
No cell
tricky.
activator. No tricky bits and pieces. Just a bit of fun.
And really effective eye-popping.
Yeah. Just something to play with. You can make different backgrounds with these, and like I've said, it's just definitely a bit of fun. And no Aussie Flow Troll, no fancy cell activators or any of that stuff. Just basic things you can throw together on a weekend, play with the kids or grandkids or whatever.
Or even just an experiment for
Yeah,
yourself.
or just
to get
experiment.
confidence with the skewer, because a lot of people see that skewer as scary too.
Yeah. Well, they do, yeah. And it really isn't. It's just do something like this and then play with different designs and see what effects it gives you. That way next time you'll know by what direction you run the skewer through, what angle you put it through, is going to give you that rough design. So that's what I would do.
Absolutely.
Alright, I'll do a little flyover of that. Something really fun and easy.
That's super cool.
And super cool and trippy. And using neons too, it lights up under a black light, so
Even better.
more fun.
Absolutely.
Alright guys, hopefully you liked that one. If you did, hit like, share and subscribe, ring that notification bell.
Absolutely.
That way you'll get to see all our craziness as we release it. If you've got any questions, drop them in the comments. Or if you're a member of Paint Pouring by venomfluidart on Facebook, throw me a message in there. I'll get to that a lot quicker than what I usually do on the YouTube stuff. So
Absolutely, but we'll always get back to you in the end.
that's it. Alright guys, have fun, take care, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.
Have a fantastic day, guys. Thank you for watching.